Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Office Adda 24/7. My name is Neharka Walia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. Okay, everyone. As you already know, I had come up with a series yesterday. We did a lot of questions, but I was still left with a lot more. So what I'll do is I'll be taking a particular session today as well at 2 p.m. for that. So I think most probably I'll be taking up exclusively for module C today. Right, so I'll try to keep up only for module C so that you can get more and more about module C, plus a few questions of module D were also left. So it depends. I think I'll take up more of module C and just a blend of module D. Then along with this, today we are also having our marathon for the area of PPB that would be taken by Amanjot ma'am, so kindly be there as well. And if you like the yesterday's session, the PDF would be available on my Telegram channel, so you can go onto the channel there and you will be able to find the particular PDF for the same as well. Okay, everyone, so let's begin with the session today. I am taking up a few questions from the different areas altogether that I had talked about in the last class. If you like this particular session, please go ahead and share it among your peers. And till then, let's begin. Here comes the first question, everyone. The first question says, a company purchased machinery worth rupees 2 lakh and spent 20,000 on its installation. If the depreciation for the year is 40,000, what will be the carrying amount of the machinery at the end of the year using the straight line method? Most of the things are already given in the question. We just have to find out what would be the value after a certain period of time. They have given 2 lakh plus 20,000. Always remember, if the value of that particular machine is 2 lakh, you spend 20,000 installation, the value of this particular machinery is not 2 lakh, it is actually 2 lakh 20,000. So can I say in this question, in this question, I would be noting it as 2 lakh 20,000 instead of 2 lakh, because if I'll take it 2 lakh, then it will come out to be 1 lakh 60. But the point is, the value of this machine is 2 lakh 20. And from this, if you remove the 40,000, you will get it as 1 lakh 80. The question was a trick in terms of this area. Okay, next question. A company issued 10,000 shares at rupees 20 each, out of which 8,000 shares were subscribed and paid up. Calculate the subscribed and the paid up capital. Subscribed is 1 lakh 60, paid up is 1 lakh 60 again. Subscribed 2 lakh, paid up 2 lakh, subscribed 1 lakh 60, paid up 1 lakh 20. Subscribed means the particular amount which has been taken up by people. They have said, yes, we want to be the shareholder of this organization. And at the same time, when we talk about the area of subscribed and then we talk about paid up. Now, paid up is the amount which the people have paid to us, right? So, a company issued 10,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 20 each, at which we are subscribing 8,000. So, this would be 8,000 into 20. Okay? This would be the amount which is subscribed. And when we talk about the paid up area, the paid up would be also the same. So, this is authorized. This is not subscribed. One is authorized, the amount which we are allowed to have. One is authorized, then we have subscribed. So, this will go as subscribed and both of them should be 1 lakh 60 altogether. Okay? And I think this question needs a little changing there. When we talk about this area, subscribed has to be, no, this is the right answer. It is given there, subscribed 1 lakh 60 and paid up 1 lakh 60. So, first would be the answer. Subscribed means the amount which has been taken up by the people said, I want to buy the share. And when they buy the share and then they pay it, that is called paid up. What is the effect of right issue of shares on the ownership percentage of existing shareholders? What is right issue, everyone? Sometimes we issue shares to someone at a price which is lower than the original price because they are our previous shareholders as well. It is basically a norm, that is when we have people in the organization already, and if we want to raise money, we will first of all raise money from the people who are already in the organization, and then we do it with other people, right? What is the effect of the right issue of shares on the ownership percentage of existing shareholders? It dilutes the ownership percentage of existing shareholders. It has no effect on the ownership. It increases the ownership percentage of existing shareholders. It decreases the total number of shares held in existing shareholders. This is done to give shares to the people who are already existing in this organization. They are already having good shares in the organization, and we are saying that before issuing to the public, we would like to offer you more shares. So in this case, what would be the answer? In this case, it would be, it increases the percentage of original shareholders, because in this case, they will be having more shares. No, it has to increase. Okay, okay. There is one more point in this case as well. If we are issuing shares to them, it can have no effect as well in case we are just issuing right shares to them only. There is one particular reason. For example, if the organization after the right issue has a public issue as well, then this would mean that they have more share because they have taken up the share. But the answer is no effect because of one reason. If I give right shares, there is a specific ratio. They say that for every, it says that it is in the ratio of 1:4. That means if I had 20,000 shares, I will get 1 share for every 4 shares. So it turns out to be, I am eligible for 5,000 shares. Now, this is an option to me. If I take it up, then these shares would be mine. Now, the point is, my eligibility will always depend upon the shares which I already had. You know? So, it has no effect on the ownership percentage of existing shareholders. Okay? Until unless they are actually not saying that they want to buy the particular shares. If they want to buy, it's good. But if they don't want to buy, then it would definitely affect it. Next question, which of the following is true? An insolvent is a person for whom some portion of the debt is recoverable. Drawer drags the drawee to the court in case of dishonor of an accommodating bill. Then, when the due date of the bill falls on a day, on a public holiday, it is payable on the earlier working day. Drawee is a person to whom the bill is endorsed. What would be the answer? An insolvent person is the one who pays some portion. Up to a certain limit, this is definitely true. Insolvent is basically the one who cannot pay the entire amount. So basically, most of the debt would be irrecoverable, or maybe even the entire amount, depending upon his bankruptcy. Drawer drags the drawee in terms of a bill, it is there, but accommodating bill is the point. When due date falls on a public holiday, it is on an earlier working day. That's a specific rule. When we talk about 15th August, the due date is 15th August. We all know 15th August is a holiday. So why would we keep it on 15th August? We will move a day before. So in this case, the answer will come out to be C. This is correct. Rest everything has a glitch. This one is an absolutely clear thing. That means if the due date falls on 15th, then we will have -1 day. It would be on 14th that the person have to pay. Done, everyone? Next point. When a bill is paid before the drawee, before the due date, some allowance is given to him. The allowance is called. Why do we give an allowance? Everybody, someone is paying me before time. I should be really happy with the fact that I am recovering my money before time. And if I am recovering my money before time, there is one specific rule that I have to follow. I have to reward the person. If I don't reward him, why would he do it again? And that is how we actually gain good people who have good credibility. So they can take money from us, we will get interest from them, and they get a particular person who is not going to nag time and again for the money. Good morning, Deepak sir. Everybody, please keep on answering. Rebate, discount, cash discount. Apologies for this. Then comes noting charges. Acha, noting charges happen when I say that the particular person is not paying. There's a dishonor. In case of dishonor of a bill, one has to go and acknowledge it to the notary there ki sir, the particular person has disobeyed in terms of making the payment. He is not saying he is making the payment for this. So in this case, we are heartbroken about that. So we are acknowledging that part and we are paying the charges. Holder of the bill pays the noting charges. Then comes rebate, discount and cash discount. So in this case, the person is paying before time. Then in this case, what we provide to him is called rebate. It is called rebate. If someone pays you before time, it is called rebate. Okay. Just a moment. I think there is some glitch there. Okay. When shares are forfeited, the account is debited. When the shares are forfeited, the account which is debited is share capital, share forfeited, then capital reserves account or general reserves account. Everyone? What would be the answer here? When the shares are forfeited, what account is debited? Whenever we have a share forfeiture, it would always start with share capital, because we had given share to someone and it is not being shown there. So this is basically share capital to be debited to the particular amount we are keeping with us because the person is not paying, to share forfeiture, to share calls, whatever amount is still in arrears. This is actually the journal entry for that. Due to a technical glitch or something, the previous MCQs are not visible there. I'll discuss them here only. Acha, the specific MCQ in terms of this, we are talking about the in case of what is debited. In this case, when the shares are forfeited, the forfeited shares are debited, but in this is wrong even. This is share capital accounted debited, but share capital with the share forfeiture amount. Acha. Now, due to some glitch there, these are not visible. So let me just share it with you. The particular question was related to reserve capital. What was the other name of reserve capital? But in terms of capital, what happens is it is of many types. It starts from authorized capital. Authorized is something I had asked the MCA that give me permission to raise money. They say, okay, raise money. So they give me a particular amount that is called authorized capital. After authorized capital, they have subscribed. Authorized means the amount which we are allowed. Subscribed is basically what people take from us. Then the next one is issued capital. Issued means basically, sorry, it has to be issued first. It has to be issued capital comes first, because first of all you issue to the public, and then for example we have Netflix subscription, I take Amazon Prime subscription. What am I doing in this case? In this case, that is turning into my, they have issued this, and that's why we are having this, that is subscribed. Issued, subscribed, and then after subscription the next one would be paid up. When they take it up, then they have to pay for that. Then after this, what would be the next one? In case we have any calls in arrears or calls in advance. Both are two different terms. Calls in arrears is basically when people haven't paid us, and calls in advances if they have paid before time. In this case, calls in arrears is an asset. while calls in advance is a liability. Because someone has paid me in advance and I have to keep this money safe till the time we are not done with our advances. ठीक है ना? That is required that we have to pay for that. Everybody, then nothing is specified regarding everybody. If we talk about this area, what is reserve capital then? Any idea about it? When we talk about reserve capital, this is that part of capital which is actually which we are keeping for our future. We are not giving it away right away, but we are asking these people that don't pay us right now, pay us at that point of time when we will be able, when the organization is dying, that is at the time of liquidation. If the organization is not able to pay at all, then at the time of liquidation you have this reserve capital. ठीक है ना? Then one specific question that wasn't visible to you as well was relating to the area of operating and non-operating expenses. So that particular question, I can just let you know. In this area, the concept that I was talking about was, see, when you have net profit, in terms of cash flow statement, you have net profit. But the point is, this net profit is of no use. Why? Because in this, we would be having the accruals as well. Na? We would be having something which is non-cash, which is non-trading. So we need to do something about it. So in this case, what will we do? In this area, there is one thing that is sorted. NP or net profit has to be the one which is after, after eliminating all the non-cash and non-operating. Now let's talk about it. In terms of net profit, first of all, always add back all the cash expenses. Sorry, that is something. Non-cash expenses. We call them non-cash and non-operating expenses. What do we do in this case? First of all, anything which does not belong to the business has to be added back. है ना? And at the same time, minus. These expenses were already claimed. So this was actually a minus. Now we are adding it up and doing a plus. Now the point is, all the incomes which were included, that is non-cash and non-operating incomes, their impact has to be eliminated, so they would be deducted. This is the particular area. Done, everyone? Okay. Next point, I think we are done with both the questions. There was one more specific question. I'll just discuss the portion there. Chaliye, here comes the next question. Till then, let's keep on working. If a company issues 5,000 shares of rupees 20 each and the total number of received shares is 95,000, what is the amount credited to share capital? Acha, everyone, in this case, one thing is sorted. When we issue the shares to the public, we are issuing shares to the public. Now, what is happening in this case? The company issues 5,000 share at rupees 20 each and the total amount received is 95,000. When we are asking people to give money, in this case, our issued capital was 5,000 multiplied by 20. That means I had issued 1 lakh shares, 1 lakh rupees of capital. But in this case, the amount which was actually received, this is our subscribed. And it is actually paid, subscribed and paid up. People took these shares and also paid for the same as well. That is rupees 95,000. Everyone, if people took up to 95,000, can I ask them ki nahi sir, no doubt you have taken up to 95,000, can you pay me for 2 lakh 3 lakh? They'll be like, if I use the service worth rupees 95,000, I will pay you 95,000. Why should I pay extra? So in this case, the answer would be 20,000, 95,000, 1 lakh or 5,000. In this case, what would be the amount that we are putting up in the share capital account? In this case, they have issued 5,000 shares. Okay? So in this case, when we are receiving list, that simply means when we are recording it, till now we have made up to 1 lakh. 95,000 in the remaining portion. Now maybe that would be a calls in arrears. Okay, na? Maybe they haven't paid yet, but they will pay in future. So my share capital is definitely going up by 1 lakh. The remaining amount is still pending, which they can pay me later on. This question can be basically made more clear there. Okay, I think today we are having a little problem related to the font of the particular class, so I'll just continue with this. Acha, there was one more point. Some bankers in the last marathon were asking me regarding what are the golden rules of accounting, right? The golden rules of accounting are still left when we were about to discuss that as well yesterday. So I'll just do a brief of it and then we can continue regarding it in the upcoming class. Let's talk about it, everyone. When we talk about the golden rules, these were given by the British. Okay, golden rules of accounting, always asked in the examination, at least 1 to 2 questions they've always given in this, from this particular area. What is the nature of this and what is the nature of that? They have always asked these kind of questions in the examination. How do we deal with these kind of questions? For that, you really need to know that when we talk about the golden rules of accounting, what is the classification of the various accounts? Under the golden rules or British rule, or it is also called the English rule of accounting there. It is also called British rule. It is also called traditional rules of accounting. It is also called golden rules of accounting. There are so many names given to it. In this case, it is of 2 types as such. One is personal and one is impersonal. When any account relates to a person, just like you and me, that is called a personal account. In a personal account, what do we have? First is natural person, just like you and me. SBI, HDFC, Dena Bank, Yes Bank, all these banking companies, LIC. When we talk about Wipro, when we talk about Infosys, what are they? They are artificial companies. Artificial persons. And last is anything that we are supposed to pay to someone, right? That is called representative persona. Oh, sorry, representative personal account. What do we have the representative personal account? Outstanding expenses. The expenses which we have to pay to some person. When we talk about advances, we have received it from some person. When we have to pay to someone, when we have to receive from someone, that is all a part of personal account. After the personal account, that is impersonal. If we cover the area of impersonal, what happens in impersonal? Under impersonal, the first point that happens is that in terms of impersonal, we can say that impersonal account means the accounts which relate to the persons there, not the persons there. One is real and one is nominal. It does not relate to the persons at all. That is why it is called impersonal. In the real account, you will find only and only the assets. And in the nominal account, you will find all the expenses and losses. This is actually the initial grouping of the particular area. Real and nominal. Correct, Akshay sir? So normally there is no specific, I would say, the specific marks that can be defined. But yeah, at least 2 to 3 questions from this area are always asked. Which particular, what is the nature of this thing? What is the nature of that thing? They have always been asking this kind of question. Done? When we talk about these, they have debit the receiver, credit the giver in personal account. Writing it here only. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. In terms of impersonal account, it would turn out to be debit what comes in. This kind of question was also asked. Credit what goes out. Matlab one particular question from the nature and one particular question based upon the golden rules. What comes in and what goes out. Yes, incomes and gains are also nominal, sir. Basically, when we talk about expenses and incomes in terms of nominal account, now nominal account says debit all the expenses as well as losses and credit all the incomes and gains. Both incomes and gains are covered here. The difference between income and gain is if I am someone who sells stationery. Okay, I sell stationery. So stationery is my good. When I make money through that, that is my income. But what if I sell any of the racks which I had in the stationery shop? Now that rack is not something which is in a good shape. I was thinking let's get rid of it and get a new one. So now that is something which we will consider here. Done, everyone? The golden rules of accounting. Okay. Based upon this, let me put up a question there. If in the question they are asking you advances received from customer, where will you put it? I have received some advances from customer. When we're talking about advances received from customer, it is basically real, personal, nominal or none. When we talk about advances received from customer, it is something that I'm receiving from them. But I have to remember that this is a person from whom I've taken the money. It's a liability on my head because I haven't served the particular account yet. So in this case, it would be a real account? No, it's not an asset. It's rather a burden. So it's actually a liability. But there is nothing called liability in the real personal nominal. It exists in the American rule, but not in the traditional rules. So in the traditional rules, what would it be? It would be personal account. And what kind of personal account it is? Since it's the name of a particular person there. But the point is, it is not the person with whom we had a concern. It is about the advances that we have received because we received the money for a specific reason. So can I say this would be representative personal? Okay? So this is the particular thing. They normally put one or the other question from this particular area. I hope it's clear now. Chaliye. Then we are done with the entire area. What I'll do is in the afternoon when I'll be dealing with the particular area, maybe today or maybe in tomorrow's marathon, I'll give you a brief about all these things in the form of chart itself too. And that would be something I'll be sharing in the Telegram group as well so that you can get the particular information regarding all these types for the examination. Then you just have to give a quick glance to it and you can go for the exam. They can ask questions regarding this as well, and they can also give you the golden rules and say which particular thing would be debited, which particular portion would be credited. So representative personal means outstanding, prepaid. If there is any outstanding expense, I said I have salary outstanding. Salary is something which is a liability, but in this case we have to give it to someone and there is a person who is working for me. So that person will get the money. So this is a representative personal account. In terms of accrued incomes, someone is supposed to pay me and hasn't paid me yet. So what will I do? I will treat it as accrual income. The income, that is something which we are yet to receive. Done? Done, Akshay sir? Any other specific doubt, anyone? Chaliye. Then let's go on to our website as well. Today we are having the marathons, everyone. So that's a specific point that we want that you to be there. We would love it that if you are a part of our marathons today as well. Then along with this, if you haven't taken up the courses yet or you're preparing for the next year, then you can definitely go ahead and check out our website. You can go on to the area of www.adda247.com. Go on and find the JIB and CIB area. And if you want to take up any of the courses regarding the same, the Mahapacks are available. That means you can have any of these courses with the double validity. Pay for one particular time period, that is for 6 months, and you will get it for 12 months. Sir, unearned is also something that we'll take it there only. That is also correct. Unearned is that is something which I have been paid, but that is not something I've earned yet. It is also kind of an advance. So the advances are also representative person. So you were asking the correct question. There is no need to feel unsure about the questioning. Till the time you don't ask a question, you don't find out the relativity of that particular question towards your concepts. So I would say whenever you have these kind of doubts, it's definitely good that you keep on asking these questions, because such questions definitely helps us a lot. Sir, I would be sharing, I've just had a marathon yesterday, so I'll be sharing all the specific questions, not the theory questions only. That is actually a blend of theory and as well as practical questions. So I've just started sharing the particular PDFs of the marathon that I conducted yesterday on our on my Telegram channel. You can find it there. That is JIB exam 2023 Niharika ma'am. Niharika. So you can find it in that particular Telegram channel, and there you can try them. Yes, sir, the PDF is available there. I've shared the PDF of module A already. I think during the day I'll try to share the other modules as well. Right? So when we talk about the JIB, CIB area, what you need to do is you can take any of these packs, and at this point of time, you have the particular validity there for 6 months or 12 months. You just have to use the coupon code WIN75 and you can get 75% off on our JIB plus CIB Mahapack. In this Mahapack, you will get both the classes. Multiple classes are available, recorded, live, as well as bilingual English medium. Everything is available there. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly be there. And at the same time, go ahead and check it out. Plus, a reminder again, I'll be coming up for the mini marathon at 2 p.m. and our mini marathon at 6 p.m. So let's see you there, everyone. Thank you so much.